Hey everybody. Quick video before I head to bed. Um, I just reposted a video, interview. And if anybody has watched SBSK or Christopher Ulmer videos in the past that I've shared, this is an important one. I waited a couple of minutes because I kind of was on the verge of tears most of it. um, I have emotional mental disorders. I've got emotional issues and, suffer from depression and anxiety and PTSD and then you added my chronic pain and, you know, it's a nice little bucket list, but, it's just a bucket list. It's just, it's me. It's just what makes me me. And I'm not on the spectrum. I sometimes thought I should have been diagnosed with somewhere on the ADD spectrum, because you guys know my talking. It's just, I'm not a linear thinker. I'm not a linear speaker. I get off track really fast. I can get kind of awkward at the end of conversations and not know how to end it. Like, I sometimes used to always be like the last person at a party because I didn't know how to kind of just go, okay, I'm getting ready to leave. And I don't know if it's like a FOMO thing, that fear of missing out or anything. And I've kind of discovered in the last year or so that I suffer from a little bit of imposter syndrome. And I forget what the other one thing's called, but it's basically like, I was always paranoid growing up, thinking that if I saw a group of girls talking and giggling and whatever, or boys, especially boys too, I just assumed they were talking about me, making fun of me. And I was very sensitive, and I think people used that as a way to get at me if that was their thing. And so, I was teased because I've never been skinny, and it took me till I was 30 to understand my body frame and my body type. So even with all of those things, it's like I could totally relate to this woman, Sabine, who's in the interview. And they show parts of an interview from 2019, and then he just recently spoke with her. And she had a lot of self-ableism issues. And being out of work for over 9 years now, 9 years, like last week, since my first spinal surgery, and kind of combining, and like the way that the injury sort of brought on more of the depression and anxiety, even though I was never really treated for either my entire life. And even if my whole life, I was never treated for either one of those issues, and never was on medication, and went through a lot, and still was able to, be Captain Silver Lining, and try to say my past and the things that I've endured. I wouldn't be me, like butterfly effect, like one simple little change, I wouldn't be me right now. There's some crazy simple little changes that could have happened in my life over the last 20 years. And, I might not have Madeline right now, and Steve and Aiden. I might still be in Myrtle. I might still be in Florida if I had never left Florida from going to school. So I am neurotypical in that I don't have any neurological disorders. But with just listening to this woman and like the self-hatred, and it's like, I think that might be a female thing too, because we're just taught to want to be just so friggin' perfect. And I just couldn't believe how much I could relate to her. And I just was on the verge of tears. Like, they're there right now. Like, if I just stopped, they just would come. The Prozac kind of holds those back sometimes. I don't think I cry as much, but I just want you to watch it and go back and watch anything you can find from Christopher Ulmer. He is one of the most amazing humans in this country right now. And I swear he should just be like, there should be a cabinet position for like ambassador of happiness. Well, I always call people with Downs ambassadors of joy, but he really is like, I don't know, he's amazing. And I really wish I could meet him someday, because he's so close with a childhood neighbor and a friend of my sister's and I, and he's like an SBSK like celebrity, and everybody loves him and everything. And so, oh, man, if he ever comes back to Millis to see Jeff, I'm gonna so crash that party, because I just have to see those blue eyes in person. But anyhow, so I don't know what the point is. I just want I first I just wanted to tell people I think you should watch this video. And as I'm going through, it's like, it's crazy to feel, not crazy, but like it's like, man, I can feel her. I can feel how she feels, and I'm not even on the spectrum. But I felt socially awkward, even though I'm outgoing. But I think for me, it was like, if my personality is out here, then you don't notice like my size. Or if my personality is so big and I'm always funny and outgoing, then I won't seem so vulnerable. Because anybody from Millis knows how much I was teased, and how I have such a really crazy long-term memory, and it's very not eidetic. I'm not like, it's photographic. Eidetic, I know, is like crazy smart people, but I'm still dealing with things like I just had therapy at 8 o'clock on my phone, and I love her to death. She's wonderful. I've been with her for 11 months now, and I've never loved a therapist more. Just appreciated her more. And I've come up with some whoppers of ahas with her. And the self-reflection that this girl had over a 2-year period is pretty phenomenal. And it's just, you see, okay, I think it's like you can almost see why she doesn't want to be seen as autistic, because she felt like, well, I can speak well, and I'm smart, and I'm creative, and she just didn't want to have that. It's like somebody, it's like, that would be like if I had the opportunity to get a handicap placard, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. It's like a typical guy who has a headache who won't take an ibuprofen. You don't want to accept, and you want to seem needy, and you don't want to seem like a burden. And I feel that. I feel that with all of the things that I go through. And it's not a pity party. I'm kind of putting it out there like, this is a woman with autism, with self-harm and severe self-hatred, within, even a couple of years ago. And when you can watch somebody that's, neuro, not neurotypical, but you're like, I still have some of those same, I can relate. I had some of those thoughts. And, you know, I've never been suicidal, ever. And I, for a long time, I would really always be like Captain Silver Lining, always, because it was just the way to get through my life. And the last year I've been working on, you know, my childhood and my adolescence and my 20s, and figuring out things that I didn't realize. And, you know, realizing that a lot of the things, a lot of my behavior or just demeanor was like a defense mechanism. And if you know me really well, you know some of the biggies. I'm not going to give y'all a list of my my past traumas, but if you know me, you know me. And I've been talking for 11 minutes, but I think this is an important one because it just really shows that we're not so friggin' different at all. You know, women, men, you know, she talked about having a girlfriend. It wouldn't matter whether she talked about she was having a boyfriend or not. She was talking about a relationship. You know, we say love is love and struggle is struggle, and being able to, you know, go through the trenches and come out and overcome adversity and all that crap. You know, and now you add in like mom guilt and all that stuff that I go through too sometimes, and it's just, we're people and we need to take care of each other and be sensitive. I'm not a snowflake, not by any means. I'm pretty tough. I'm a tough chick. I've dealt with a lot, and I'm here. Like I said in one of my stories, like I'm alive. I'm not 100%. I'm still a work in progress, even though I'm 41. You know, I had my psychiatrist yesterday and my psychologist tonight. You know, I take Prozac in the morning and Valium before bed, and it's my life. And I'm gonna, you know, I take my CBD. Gotta get that in there. I don't know. I don't know if there's a point to all this. I wanted you to watch this video, but I wanted to kind of, I don't know. It felt cathartic right now just to be able to talk like this. It's kind of hard, like you're 41, but you feel like, how am I 41? Like I just finished high school. I just went to college. Like I talked to my dean friends, and it's like, dean college was 5 minutes ago. Like how am I a mom responsible? Like I just packed a bag for Maddie with training underwear, and it's just, it doesn't seem real sometimes. So anyhow, before I keep going on, watch the video, watch Christopher Ulmer if you can, and just go back and watch any of them. He's amazing. He's so amazing. He's so sensitive and wonderful with these children, adults, and families of people with different struggles and disabilities and just differences. I guess this might have been a good thing for me to do after therapy, to get kind of things out of there. But it's probably good to go to bed because Girlie will be up in the morning and to school, and it's Friday tomorrow. Oh, it's been a long week. So you guys know me. I'm not afraid to be vulnerable. I'm not afraid to put it out there. And I kind of just felt like I had something to say tonight. And in this angle, you don't really see any of my gray hairs. I'm just kidding. I'm really not that really not that worried about them. I know I joke about my gray hairs. But if you watch this, if you don't, I love you. Have a good weekend. Be safe. And enjoy the nice weather if you have it. Wear your mask. And watch Christopher Ulmer. I guarantee you will fall in love with him and you will cry. Almost every video will make you cry because they're just amazing. Amazing stories, amazing families, amazing children and adults, everybody. So just Christopher Ulmer. And I love you.